Good morning. Continuing in this same vein of thought we have for the past couple of days, thinking about these Beatitudes, as they're said. And I want to be aware that and remind you that we're not thinking of them in terms of imperatives, but indicatives that the kingdom now sort of gives life to in some ways. We read in verse 5 of Matthew 5, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Meek is not a word that typically is associated with something that the world looks at as wonderful. Instead, the world looks at it as usually meek equals weak. If you want to become a CEO or a business executive and you have on your resume that one of your great characteristics is meekness, that's probably not going to end up sort of winning the day. The world doesn't honor the meek. Some Old Testament background here, like we did yesterday, might be, or a couple days ago rather, might be helpful. Psalm 37, verse 10 and 11. "In just a little while, the wicked will be no more. Though you look carefully at his place, he will not be there. But the meek shall inherit the land and delight themselves in abundant peace." Those who value humility, those who are in a constitution that is not the kind of constitution that the world glorifies. You might feel out of place in this world because of that. Jesus is saying, if that's you, then you need to know something. The kingdom of God's for you. The kingdom of God is the place where you end up getting an inheritance. The kingdom of God is the kind of thing that takes you from a spot where you're not valued, you're not appreciated, and your reserve and your lowly stature. In the kingdom of God now, no, you inherit the earth, right? So if I go back to verse 3, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek." Blessed are those who the world doesn't value that virtue, that low estate, that humble posture. You'll inherit the earth. It's a promise that the kingdom of God is for you. When the world says no to you, God's kingdom says yes. Says yes. Jesus' economy in this little statement, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." There may be few statements where we see such a contrastive economy. What Jesus values and what the world values are not the same. They're not the same. The kingdom of God is the place where meekness, strength under control rather than strength asserted, is valued. May the Lord bless you as you live in God's kingdom where meekness is treasured.